Now it's time for Straight on the Point with Jesse T. from some undisclosed location somewhere in the world. Now, ladies and gentlemen, here's Jesse T.
Well, it's good to be back with you. The Brown Beauty is back on duty. Oh, yeah. And the weather is changing very fast. I like it very much. I love the rain and the dark clouds. Come on in here and blow, baby, blow. Maybe you'll make paradise more paradise and blow some people out of here because, you know, we just have too many people in Los Angeles. I do remember when the dinosaurs roamed. And Moses was alive, and the Dead Sea was actually living. It was a living sea. That's how old I am. I'm old like moss, but I'm also the boss. So, hey, what does that mean? Nothing. I can't buy anything with that. I've tried, but it doesn't work. Jesse T Show back on the air from 5 to 6 right here, Monday through Friday. It's good to have you along with us. We are live in the studio. You know, we've been doing a lot of stuff out in the street lately, and I can't tell you what we do in the street. Hey, can I have the $25 or what? No. Dan the Man and I have been doing a lot of red carpets and premieres and award shows, and we did the Hollywood Christmas parade. It was a lot of fun. But it's good to be back in the studio with my man, Lee Baby Michaels. There he is right there getting everything going. Like it very much. Lee is the best. Lee. Yay, Lee! And it's nice to be in the studio because everything is so crisp and clean and perfect and wonderful. When you're out doing this stuff on the remote, you just never know what's going to snap, crackle, or pop. That's for sure. Good to have you along with us as we broadcast live and podcast live right now on Facebook.com/Jesse Torero. On YouTube, we're shifting over a big emphasis now into YouTube to build a subscribership, and we want you to be a part of that. It's free, and we want to build that up. Facebook has been playing some games with the amount of people they allow to watch your show. They're only allowing 10%. So whenever somebody's viewing and whatever your numbers are, when you see, that's only 10% of the actual people that they're allowing to view your show. They're clipping 90% of the people out. And they made that decision sometime this year. And it's starting to affect us because we see more viewers, but they're not able to actually connect and interact with us. Whereas on YouTube, you can do that. They don't have those parameters lined up in there. So YouTube channel, Jesse Torero. Also, Instagram Live. We're on an Instagram Live right now, Jesse Torero. And we're on Facebook.com/Jesse Torero. And the Power of Voices on Facebook and the Power of Voices on YouTube. Twitter, LinkedIn, Google+, Pinterest, Diggy, Tumblr, all around the world, on the air and everywhere from the community to the world. And I'm so happy because when you're in the studio, you can bring exceptionally talented guests in. They like to sit comfortably and have some water with us and shoot the breeze. And we always have the opportunity to relax a little bit. When you're out in the street doing stuff, man, it's like hustle and bustle. So we are so happy to have this young, super duper talented young lady. I mean, she is something to beside yourself with. Absolutely gorgeous, you can see. And I'm going to totally screw up her name. And she's got a wallopy of a right hand and a left hook because she served in the Israeli army. She's Israeli, and she served from Israel in the Israeli army for 2 years, as they all have to in Israel. And she knows how to shoot guns and punch people with Krav Maga style. And I like that. Yeah, and she's going to tell me all about that. Now, I'm going to try to get the name right. Okay. It's like Avatar. Okay. It's like Avatar, and it's like, wow, pause. Wow, pause. Yeah. It's Meitar Paz. Did I get it right?
Great.
Yeah!
It was not just right, it was perfect.
Oh, yeah. Now I don't get punched. I get patty caked.
Yeah.
And that's cool because I don't want to get punched.
Yeah, so that'll be nice today. I won't punch anyone and won't shoot anyone.
I met Meitar maybe about a year ago, maybe on red carpets. You know, one of the best ways to get known in Hollywood is to go out to premieres and red carpets that other folks are doing. And I had the opportunity to meet her at a couple of other red carpets. And then all of a sudden she called me up and she said, Jesse T, you got to come out to my film. I said, oh, okay, you're starring in a film? Yeah. No, it's my film. I said, right, you got the lead? Yeah, but it's my film. I said, well, what do you mean it's my film? I go, you at AFM? She goes, no, we're right across the street. We're at the Kate Film Festival. It's a little smaller festival, but it's perfect because all the AFM people were there still on that weekend down in Santa Monica. She goes, no. I wrote it, I produced it, I directed it. I'm the lead in it. I spent the money. I made all the stuff, costumes. I did everything. It's my film. And I said, I'm coming down to see that and check that out. So Dan the Man and I went down to her premiere, and that was a lot of fun. Wow, that was fun.
We had a lot of fun.
You really did. I mean, you had just out there hanging around probably 150 people.
Yeah.
Easily.
Yeah, at least.
At least 150 people were just kind of milling around, and they weren't all the people of the film. There were some actual fans.
Yeah, we got a lot of love and directors, producers, and a lot of people from actors. Yeah. And it was just great to be able to, show this baby we created, to share it with the world.
Yeah, and it's a cool film because you're playing two characters in this film. You see, what you don't know about Meitar is that she's the long-lost, forgotten ancestor of Sybil, the lady that has 20,000 different personalities, you see.
Hold on, I'll just turn around and now I'm someone else.
Oh, my God. Oh, Lord, help me. Oh.
Yeah, but...
I think I'm in love. That's it. I'm in love. And all shook up.
Yeah, so I was...
You get to play two characters. Tell me about the two characters that you play.
So that was actually very challenging because it was the first time that I was working on two... Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, no, you can punch me anytime. It's okay. I'm just adjusting the mic a little more.
It's just part of the pause.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was working on two different characters that I developed. One is Vicky, the normal, everyday life girl. Right. And Victoria, her kind of alter ego, princess version. It was very delicate and noble and very princess.
Very princess-like. Right.
Yeah.
So the other character you played was just like an everyday person going to work every day, taking care of the family, that kind of stuff.
I think Vicky is someone that we all can kind of relate to. It's just she can represent each one of us and the struggles that we're going through every day. And I think in the beginning, you think that she has a normal life, but throughout the film, we can kind of feel her pain more. And feel like, why does she need this Disney fantasy in her world?
Right, and so let's give the big shout out here about the film. And hey, this is graphics Jesse T way. We don't have any big giant green screen. What we do is we big giant cardboard posters.
And look what I like. Do you recognize this outfit?
Yes, I do. I recognize it. It's the same one you took the photo in. It's absolutely gorgeous.
It's my Vicky outfit.
And the name of the film is called And They Live.
And They Live ... There's no happily ever after.
Yeah, and that was interesting because it's kind of a simulation of real life. We don't always have a happily ever after.
Exactly.
You hope to end up at the end of your days, whenever that is, with some sort of happiness in your life. But this is a concept of fantasy, what people think
versus reality.
Versus the reality of love.
Yeah.
And it's also won the Australia Independent Film Festival. Mm-hmm. It did real good there, semifinalist. And it did real good here for the actual.
Yeah, actually, we just received the awards. We won another award here.
Yes,
and we have some more awards that I don't have on this poster, but you can check it out on my.
Right, and then you have the top shorts winner. That's because everybody wore shorts that day. Yes,
and tops.
And tops. Well, I hope so. If you didn't, then we're talking about a different kind of Hollywood there. Okay, winner of the Los Angeles Film Awards too. So this is a film. This is one of those films, And They Lived, this is one of those quiet kind of films that kind of come out, and then all of a sudden you're winning awards, and then you get some full theatrical distribution.
And also quiet. It fits the film because a lot of the film doesn't have dialogue. Mostly like the princess and the prince scenes, all the fantasy doesn't have dialogue versus the real world that has dialogue.
Right.
But I think it kind of serves the film in a way that we don't really know if the people from like the princess and the prince, are they really happy, because we don't know what they say.
Right.
They never talk. They never complain. They never express anything.
Right.
It's mostly just the way they look and smile. And it could be this like fake smile that
Yeah, the Hollywood, or the Queen Elizabeth when she's in a parade, right?
Yeah. Smile and wave.
And the perfect wave, right?
Yeah.
Right. I don't want to be here. My feet hurt. My corns are killing me. The blisters on my heels are. Hi. Right?
So I think it's something that the audience asks themselves while watching the film. Are they really happy? Is that really the perfect love story?
Right. So why this film as one of your first projects? What inspired you to want to do this kind of storytelling?
I think that love is one of the most important subjects in the world.
Right.
I think that people deal with it a lot, but they always present you the perfect love story, the rom-coms that the couple always end together.
Right.
And in the real world it's just not like that.
Oh, really? I always thought it was. Oh, I'm learning
it's
something.
It's a little more difficult than that. So, I mean, it could be, but you have to work hard for it. And some people think that, oh, I'm just going to wait until my prince will come on his white noble horse.
Or my princess, right. The
or
perfect
my
girl.
Princess.
I think you got into something there. It's like people are waiting for the perfect person. And is there really a perfect person? Except me, Jesse T, of course, and the place to be.
Both of us.
And my friend Meitar, we're just perfect. Oh, yes, we're so perfect.
Oh, so lovely.
So lovely.
Oh,
we are.
no, it's with your British.
Oh, yeah, a little British in there. Okay.
But I mean, is there really a perfect? I think it's perfect for me. Like, what is perfect for me, and how hard am I willing to work for this to be perfect?
So that's an interesting topic, because when you talk about what is perfect for you, I think a lot of people when they I got to say hi to some folks. Wait a minute. We got Ed Berger checking in.
Hey, Ed.
He's looking for some cheese for
Hello,
his burger.
Ed
Berger. Yes. We got Patty Banner, I think.
Hi, Pat.
Dennis Jenkins, I think, is checking in. Who else are we waving to? Let's wave to...
but Queen style.
Yeah, it's Queen style. Brian Connors. Oh, Brian Connors, a terrific director. I've got to introduce you to Brian Connors. Terrific director, writer, producer, actor, commercial star. He's got a great film out with Ed Asner and a whole slew of great Mark Rydell, Helen Reddy, and a few other great people called Senior Entourage. And he does a lot of projects. He's also looking for very talented people. You've got to meet Brian. Brian's a good guy. Tony, blah, 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 blah. Blah Bennett, okay, blah 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 blah. I can never. You know what? I can't pronounce.
You see, Meitar Paz is easy.
It is. Some of these names people come up with is like, were you drunk when you came up with your Facebook name or your Instagram name? We got Lori Ann Backus.
Hello, Lori.
J something Foss.
Hello, JF.
Yes, Jason. Esteman Jack. Oh. Ramos. Hey, we're trying here, okay? See, a lot of people are checking in. Look at this. Dennis Jenkins was checking in.
Hello,
oh, my
Dennis.
God. I mean, they're checking in like crazy. And I got to say hi to some of our Instagram friends. Ice the Dedge and Archila Duce, I think, or something like that. Metallica Kong. I like that.
Kong.
Actor John Halfacre, he's a cool dude. I like John. We talk all the time. And, oh my, so they're all checking in. So that's good. The audience is growing just because of you. I love it.
And you.
Kind words. Thank you. But seriously, you're onto something there, because what is perfect for you in your mind's eye and heart, the perfect mate or boyfriend or maybe husband or future husband or whatever you're into. I believe there's just two genders in my world. But that's a political statement, and God bless me. Dan the man is checking in. Oh my goodness! Well, we can't do anything about that.
Answer.
No, Dan, I can't because I got that thing going there. But what's perfect to you is not necessarily perfect
for someone else.
for the person that you're interested in, and that might be an interesting key to find some unity. You know, because I can't possibly be perfect for you, and you can't possibly be perfect for me, but there are pieces of what you are and pieces
that are
of
perfect enough
that are perfect
to keep it
right, and that's the key. And
true.
you have this candy bar,
Yeah,
and
it's
this
a
talk kind
surprise
of
for
talks
you.
about it. Well, what is that
It's
about?
a gift for you.
Oh,
And
I
it's,
like it.
It's actually from our premiere. I'll show it here.
Yes, chocolate.
It says here, and they lived, and it
Show
says,
it on this camera. That's the main camera.
right here.
Yeah.
And it says, create your own fairy tale.
Right, I like it.
And do you want to show the back?
Yeah, but I can't read it because it's too small. I need your beautiful eyeballs.
So basically,
what is this now? What is this? This is interesting. The
it's
ingredients.
a chocolate, but it has different ingredients than
Right.
usual. And the serving size is one happy couple. And then it actually shows all the ingredients that you need for
Right.
a good relationship. And
Yeah.
it's friendship, laughter, respect, honesty, romance, and that brings you to a successful.
So it's like 20% of each of those categories.
That's basically it. 20% each, but it's discussable.
Yes, I don't think I'm even on all of those. I think
Yeah,
I'm short on some and big on others, and maybe negative on some of them in some of those areas.
I think that's exactly what we just spoke about because
Yeah.
we're different people,
Right.
so we'll have different percentages of what we need.
You're on to something. You see, she's an entrepreneur. This young lady, this woman here is a business entrepreneur. This is like a candy bar you can market, you know? It could be like the relationship bar.
The
right?
relationship bar.
Right? And you could market this and people could figure out what their relationship is. They could fill it in here
Just
on
fill
their
it in.
own or something.
And see what they need to fix.
And then email it to you or JPEG it to you, and we'll tie a competition to it, right?
Yeah.
And they could win a prize.
That's cool.
That's kind of an
Yeah,
idea.
and then you
We're
can
onto
see if it's
something.
like a bitter chocolate or a sweet one. So
Yeah, I can eat
depends
all.
on the relationship,
Yes,
right?
well, sometimes bitter is good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sometimes
that's true,
sweet
that's
is
true.
not so good.
Yeah.
you
Well,
know.
I guess it's a combination.
Yeah,
right?
it is. So, but that kind of alludes to what we were talking about.
Yeah.
You don't know what you're doing with another person in relationship wise until you kind of launch it and get it going and kind of see.
Yeah. And like here also you can see on the chocolate we have here the little rose.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a motif in the film.
Yeah.
You probably saw it in Beauty and the Beast. So I
Right.
used a lot of references from Disney movie
Right.
in this film.
Right.
So we have the normal couple that their rose is slowly dying
Mm-hmm.
versus this rose, the perfect fantasy Disney rose that is just blooming and blooming with.
Yeah, it's really interesting how that dichotomy you have going on in the film, and the ending doesn't end the way you think it's going to end.
Yeah, it's
kind of
surprising.
a surprise. Right.
Yeah.
So when you wrote this, were you in a certain state of mind? Were you pissed off at a breakup or something, or was there a relationship problem going on at this time? Huh?
What I think is that I was influenced by a lot of different stuff. Me especially, like my parents, when I was 9 years old, they got divorced. So I think that's something that affected me, and also kind of I made this promise to myself: I'm not gonna get divorced.
Right.
You know, and I'm gonna find like the perfect husband.
Right.
And
Yes.
you know, growing up, I understood that it's more difficult
Yeah.
task than what I thought it would
Right.
be. And
Right.
I understood why so many couples are getting divorced.
Right.
Because now it's more than 50%.
In America, it is.
Everywhere. Like in America and around the world.
In Israel
Israel,
too, the divorce rate has gone up.
the divorce rate is
Really, I never
is
would have
high.
thought that.
Yeah. So it's sad. It's the sad truth. And I thought
Do you
about
think it's
that.
the influence of the technology today that's causing?
I do think like everything's instant and everything's like social media. You have so many options.
Right.
Just like people feel like, oh, I want this, so I'm taking it.
Right.
It's just like you have so much.
I think
and
a lot of
everything's
cheaters get caught with social media.
Probably.
Instagram, Facebook pages. Someone accidentally, they're going out, they're cheating on their husband
And
or
now
wife.
even
they get caught.
even those cheating, like they have shows about that.
I know, the cheater
I was actually acting in one of those.
Did you do a cheaters episode?
I was acting in How to Catch a Cheater on YouTube.
Really? Get
And
out! Wow!
I was the actress trying to
Yeah.
tempt the the guy.
I think you probably know how to catch a cheater. So I'm never cheating on you. Okay?
Don't.
No. I'll just tell you, I'm going out with your girlfriend tonight, okay?
Oh, fine.
I'll just let you know straight up.
Okay, yeah, just tell me.
Yeah, why not? You
Yeah.
know, go have a hamburger on me.
Yeah, let's
right?
get divorced, right?
Yeah, that's the Jesse T method of marriage. Thank you very much. But yeah, I didn't know in Israel that
Yeah,
the divorce rate is up.
it's really high. Unfortunately, I think these years it just get worse.
Yeah, I don't see it getting better actually. And as I've been growing up, because you know I'm still just a youngster of only 26. What are you groaning over there for, huh? Yeah, okay. I'm a little bit older. I'm 46.
20.
Okay.
I thought you were gonna say 27.
No, I can't pass for 27 anymore. I used to be able to. Quit groaning, will you? Well, I'm not 70 yet. Oh, okay. Thank you. But during my adult life, I have seen the divorce rate of couples go up. And it seems to me, I have another business, a real estate business and loan business. So I get to see people's financial records and credit reports. I really get to know, you know, if you tell me what your employment is, I can zero in and almost tell you what you make, because I've seen thousands and thousands and thousands of financial statements for people. And more people than I would have ever imagined are divorced and they're in their second marriages, and then they finally buy the house or the house they really want or something like that. But yeah, it has really increased a lot.
Yeah.
It's hard to have a relationship like a boyfriend, girlfriend, or a regular relationship today, isn't it? From a woman?
2018, probably. Yeah.
Is it hard for a successful woman like you to find?
I mean,
I mean, you're beautiful, you're charismatic, a great personality, you're smart, you know?
Yeah, I had a long relationship back home,
right?
For 5 years,
right?
So like most of my life,
right? Yes, right. Because you're only 7, right?
Only 7.
Well, I can't venture to guess how old you are, and I won't. But
I mean, you can. I can just tell you, I'm 24.
I figured you were.
I just turned 24.
24. Wow.
Yeah.
How nice.
So yeah, I had a long relationship.
That kills me, Lee. She's 24 years old. That just kills me, man.
It's younger than you're 27.
I know, yeah, but that just kills me. She's 24. Wow. I was 24 in 1984. I was 24. Isn't that crazy? But I don't act 58.
Yeah, who cares? Like, the age is here, right? Here and here.
No, it can be a lot of other places, too. Let me tell you. When things stop working the way they used to when you were 24, it's in a lot of other places. Excuse me. That's right. What can I tell you? It's just me, Jesse T, telling the truth. You know, I got to speak the truth. But
so yeah,
is it hard finding a relationship for somebody like you?
So like I said, I used to have this like long relationship, and when I came to the United States, also we kind of tried to keep this long distance relationship.
Hard to do.
And that may be also something that people don't talk a lot about, like long distance relationship it's difficult.
Yeah. Even with face time and Skype,
even with all the technology, it's not the same as face to face.
No.
And now, currently, I'm just like very focused on work and films.
Absolutely.
And trying to.
You got to. You don't get sidetracked. I mean, everybody has to have compassion in their life, a companion. It's part of human nature.
Yeah.
You know, we strive to have companionship, and that can mean a lot of things to a lot of people. It can mean just sitting and having a cup of tea. And companionship, and
I believe
or it can be being in love, or having a lustful relationship, or having a platonic relationship, or companionship at the gym, working out. You meet there and work out together because you like the companionship. Yeah. So companionship, but people need companionship,
right?
And I think that's what you should strive to be, if you asked me, because. Yeah, these are your creative years. The next 10 years of your life, 10 to 15 years, I mean, these are the years.
Right.
That
then I have to find my William, not my.
Oh yes, you're William. Yes. Well, I'm sure you'll have no
but
problem
the real
at
life
that.
one, not the Disney version.
Right. Yeah. I mean, you'll have no problem with that. I'm sure. Absolutely. But relationships are difficult.
Yeah, I feel like also, in life, they're like when we go to school, we study a lot of subjects like math and English, but we don't really study relationships, and everyone's different.
Yeah,
So-
that's interesting. I never thought about it like that.
So we never have a life lessons or relationship lessons in school.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, it could be kind of weird if we had, but
Yeah. I wouldn't want to teach that class.
yeah.
No way. Not in the Me Too movement. I wouldn't. I would run from that class as a teacher. I would
I didn't say sexual education. I said relationship.
Anything that even leads to that, I would run. I would run faster than a wild wolf. I would run away from it. Oh my goodness. Absolutely not.
But I mean, we're not
Educated.
we're not educated enough about this subject.
That was supposed to be something our parents were supposed to teach us, our family.
I think that's why we're so different, because we get, we're
Different.
reflecting.
Especially the different cultures.
Yeah.
And here in Los Angeles, there's a lot of cultures.
Yeah.
A lot of different people come here for the entertainment business and
True.
just to make money. And I mean, who's American and who's not? I
Exactly.
mean, there's so many different cultures, and you're right.
Yeah.
When you're from Israel, or it's a vastly different culture than when you're from Tennessee.
That's true.
Yeah,
and I think that's why people rely so much on the Disney stories, the Disney movies, or TV and movies, because they don't really know what to expect.
Right.
So this is the model that they have of the perfect
which is
relationship.
fantasy that you can never find.
Yeah.
You can never find the perfect relationship.
Exactly. Or you can, but what is the perfect relationship for you?
Don't even know the definition of it.
Yeah.
Who does?
Yeah. And I think that people also especially what we're talking about, social media and that everything's easy. So I feel like people don't really think that they need to make an effort to get some. If it's a little bit difficult,
Right.
I'm out of here. It's
people run fast from any kind of negative or any kind of pushback
Or struggle.
a struggle or stress. People, they exit stage right. Really fast now.
Right.
Much faster than when I
because
was
they
younger.
think I can swipe left and then I'll have another one.
See, there's that thinking.
Or right. I don't know how is it
left,
going
right,
with swiping.
I'll
I think-
swipe.
I don't know.
Look at left, right, up and down. I don't care. I've been swiping it every way I figured I could. Anyhow, this is her movie. Let's put this up again because what we've been talking about relates to this movie directly. So you guys
can see here the real life version versus fantasy.
Right, absolutely, and you guys can see that in the background. And they lived, and can they get this film anywhere online?
Yeah, so
Where are you
it's
at?
not online yet. We're gonna be on Amazon soon, but right now we're still in film festivals.
Right.
We're gonna have a screening at the Culver City Film Festival.
When?
We just got accepted to. It's gonna be, the festival is between the 4th to the 9th.
Of December?
No, 2nd to the 9th, I think, December. I just don't know our screening date yet, but I'm going to post it online.
Well, post it up and get us a link to it.
Of course.
And maybe what we can do is we'll come out there and do some stuff, or you can do a phone in, a Skype into us when you got it going on. And
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's a good film festival to be in.
Yeah.
I mean, Culver, you got Sony Studios there and everything. So you're going to see And They Lived up on the Amazon Prime, right? Amazon Prime at some point
probably,
here. Very good. So you got another project going on already?
I have lots of ideas in my mind, but we didn't start developing them yet. That's what I love being, I'm surrounded by a lot of creative people that
You got a good
always,
team?
I have a good team, and I used to go to an acting school here in Santa Monica.
Right.
So I met a lot of really amazing people, actors, directors, and teachers.
Did you spend a lot of time there, or did you kind of get it pretty quickly? And
I mean, I did get it pretty quickly, but I think every actor, even if you feel like you're ready, there's always a a place for like improvement.
It's like
a room for
it's like a
improvement.
gym. It's like a training.
It's like a gym.
Yeah.
It's like you have to keep this acting muscle going.
Right,
You know, you
right.
get rusty.
Right.
I think it's always
yeah.
good, like
Yeah.
for you as a practice to keep working on scenes, to develop new characters
Right.
that you never worked on. So
Any kind of characters that you always wanted to play? Are you well now? Meitar served in the Israeli army for a couple of years because that's her home country, and that all the people in Israel have to serve in the army. And then there's
I was a sergeant.
oh my God, a sergeant with an AR-15.
M16.
An M16 and that beautiful, beautiful face and smile. If I was your enemy, I'd just give up. Here, take me. Just take me, please. That's it. You want me to take all my clothes off? Okay, you can have those too. Whatever you want. Take me.
I actually did an important job in the army.
What did you do as a sergeant?
I was actually like a social worker commander. So it was a very interesting job. It's called mashakitash in Hebrew.
Mashakitash?
Wow.
Wow.
You pronounced it perfectly.
Of course I did.
So,
I can copy really well. I'm good at that.
You're good. Yeah, yes. So it's actually, I used to visit a lot of soldiers' houses and see what they need.
Oh, you helped with the families.
Helped with the families. I helped with money issues or like I saw it burst your bubble, you know, because I went to visit houses that didn't have food in the fridge.
Really?
That siblings were sleeping like
Everybody
5 in the same
thinks that
bed.
people in Israel are living the high life.
Well, you know, I guess it's like everywhere. You have that and you have that. And it burst my bubble because I came from like a good family and a good school. And then the army made me go to a lot of places that I got exposed to different lives.
Were you afraid growing up of the imminent danger from all the enemies around your country?
Of course.
Well, did that play heavily? Especially you were a teenager during the massive bombing before they put up the big wall.
You know, it's kind of crazy because you're just talking about it and it reminds me there was a day that I think it was I'm gonna mix the dates probably, maybe 2006.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, probably. So we had a war going on, and I was alone at home, and my brother and my mom went to buy something, and missiles kept
the missiles
falling.
They were right.
And we had the ICQ back then, so people kept like texting me, "Oh, there are missiles," and like get into like a shelter. And I was trying to call my mom and my brother, and no one answered because the lines there was no service.
Right. What was the bus bombings and the cab bombings and the sacrifice that some of these fanatics would do to blow things up in Israel, especially out on the West Bank and stuff like that? Was there a constant fear growing up for you as a child? Hey, I don't want to go have coffee there, or I don't want to go to the movie there right now.
Of course.
I mean, how did you deal with that?
Of course. I think it kind of we're born to that. Unfortunately, it's like I think you're also more aware. Like sometimes even I feel like I went to Germany. I flew to Germany one day and I just heard a motorcycle going like, and I was sure it's a siren. So I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah,
it's just
instantly.
something that you're already kind of aware of. Yeah. And if someone would put like his bag here and would leave it, I'm like, oh my God.
I gotta move.
It's just like, you're just like more aware of it. And as a kid, I was like, Mom, I don't want to go to the army when I was 18.
Right.
And she's like, every mom I think tells her kid like, no, when you'll be 18, there would be no army. But
not in Israel.
It's not. It's just like every mom
you're surrounded by enemies. Everybody wants to take Israel down.
Yeah, unfortunately.
For whatever reasons, and I disagree. I'm a pro-Israel person. I can't imagine growing up with death. I mean, it seems like, especially for some time there, it was so many people were dying for no reason, no reason. And to grow up that way as a child, it's scary. Yeah,
it is. Especially like I told you this day that everything started and I was by myself. I did not, like as a kid, I was I didn't know what to
Right.
expect, and I was scared. We moved. I remember all the family. We went to Tel Aviv to my uncle, like all the family, like my great grandma, my grandma, all the babies, like everyone at the same house, just kind of like,
Yeah, because it was farthest away.
it was, yeah,
farthest away
yeah.
from the stuff going on.
But it's really like it's sad. It's a sad reality. You know, in the everyday life, it's not like that. I'm not like afraid every day that something's gonna happen, but I'm just a little bit more aware.
Well, being aware is important to a defensive attitude and not becoming a victim. Victims are not aware of what's going on. That's the biggest problem they
Right.
have. They're not aware.
Right.
They get out of the car, men and women. It doesn't matter what you are today, but they get out of the car and they aren't aware of the surroundings of the other cars or who might be there, who might not be there. They put their groceries in the car. They don't have their keys in their hand. Their heads in the trunk.
Yeah.
And, you know, they are not aware of things.
Yeah, but you know what it is? I think it's now everywhere. It's not just in Israel. It's all over the world.
Well, it has come to America.
The world
Yeah.
became a scary place. I mean,
Much
it's
scarier.
everywhere.
Yeah, much scarier.
And yeah, I really, you know, I'm a person that tends to believe in other people, to trust other people. So I believe in the good of
Right.
like every person.
Right.
And I, you know, I'm not like for war or one, you know,
people don't want war. Governments
Yeah,
want war.
of course.
People don't make war
Yeah.
with each other. Governments make people have war with each other and battles. So it's not we don't want to do that. Nobody wants to see their family unless you're
always say-
psychologically sick.
Exactly. I say, first of all, I'm a human before I'm everything else, before
Right.
my religion, before I live in Israel, before, you know, I'm a human.
Right.
I'm a human being. And
Yeah.
I hope for a better place and a better world and people.
I
trying
think you
to-
got some cool stories you could make them film about that.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
especially, I haven't seen any films on the American
You
side.
should
that-
have seen me guarding the base at like 4 a.m.
Oh,
with
God.
cats
Yeah.
going out, jumping out of the bushes, and I'm like, oh my
With
god,
your
who's that?
M16, which is about
I'm like, stop,
your
cat.
M16 is about the size of you because you know the M16 is this big,
Yeah.
right? And
Yeah.
you're only
Yeah.
that big. I mean, you know.
I
it's-
had to take a shower with it. I had to
Did you
sleep
become a
with
good
it.
marksman?
What?
Did you become a good marksman? with it?
I think so.
Yeah?
I mean, I didn't use the weapon so often. It was mostly just for training boot camp or
And practice.
yeah, it wasn't part of my
Right,
job. I
right,
wasn't like a fighter or something.
Right.
But you get better once you're doing some range.
So the
range
Krav
shooting
Maga came
and
out of there too,
yeah,
right?
yeah. They teach us like in the army some like
Basic
self defense,
Krav Maga, right.
Krav Maga. Yeah.
Yeah, very cool.
Yeah.
I see why you don't have a boyfriend. Don't mess with Meitar. No, she'll give you the paws.
I'm nice.
You just got to be able to catch me. I'll run real fast for 5 miles. Yeah, absolutely. Hey,
So-
good to have you with me. We still got
Yeah,
more
it's
to
good
talk
to be
about.
here.
You know, I'm so pleased that your movie is doing good and it's winning festivals, and
Yeah,
that's what it has to do. Did that surprise you?
Yeah, I mean, I really believed in this film all along.
And they lived.
And they lived.
Yeah.
I really believed in it. Like now you saw the poster,
Right.
but now the poster is full with those awards. Like I didn't get a new one yet.
the
but
poster is getting like gold.
It's getting crowded there.
And
so
your
I'm
last
happy.
name is Gold.
Is pure gold. Paz is pure gold in
There
Hebrew.
you go.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, I
You're
like
pure-
it too. And
Yeah.
in Spanish, I guess it means peace.
Yes.
So it's good all over.
Like we're
just talking about
I was
it,
teasing her before the show started. I said, "Hey, look I'm always looking for a piece of gold." Oh, you thought I was going to say something else, didn't you? You guys are so bad. I know what's going through your minds out there. No, I don't want to get any Krav Maga done on me. I'm a smart guy. Absolutely.
But yeah, I really believed in this film, and it's fun to see something that you created get a recognition, and people love your work and identify. Even like after some people watch our premiere
Right.
and they came to me and said, "Oh, your film really helped me with some difficulties or like questions that I had, and it kind of solved it for me." And I think that's the best feeling when something you did help other people
Right.
Deal with their everyday life problems, or like, touch them in some kind of way,
Right.
affect them. So I think that's already winning for me.
How do we spell your first name?
I spell MEITAR,
MEITAR.
and my last name is Paz.
Okay, I'm gonna bring up the IMDb site.
That's how they taught me to write my name in school. Now I think it's totally wrong.
Well, look at darling, my friend.
Now if I would write it, I would probably say MAY.
My
and
new
then
buddy for
TAR.
life.
Oh,
Yes, absolutely. The pal of pals after Lee Baby Michaels, because he doesn't realize when we got hooked up, I'm going to be with him for the rest of his life. And he's loving it. Yes, see, he's shaking no, but
Yeah.
he really means yes.
I can see
You
it.
can see
I
the
can
love,
see it. The
the
love,
the
yeah.
passion.
Yeah, you have all of it.
Yes,
you
I
have like,
have 100%.
You don't have 20. You have like 100%
there you go.
friendship,
The
100%
chocolate
laughter,
bar man. That's
100% honesty, and 120 romance.
There
right?
you go. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. So if he doesn't want to, then we're pals for life.
Mm.
Yes. All right. All right. So if you want to check out some of the things that Meitar's done, go to the IMDb. That's the great site,
Yeah.
of course. We talk about it all the time, where you can kind of see what actors and actresses are up to, and
There are a few ones that are not there, but
I mean, she's got a lot of stuff going on. I mean, you've got 2018 was a busy year for you. My
yeah,
good.
yeah. Actually, in a few days, I'm going to Chicago again.
That's
to
where I was
shoot,
born.
Really?
Yeah, I'm from Chicago.
That's awesome.
It's cold now.
So
it's snowy and cold.
Is it? So I have to take my coat.
26 degrees without the wind chill factor yesterday.
Oh my God. From LA to Chicago.
Yeah, so no, you got to take some warm clothes.
I will.
Because when the wind comes off of Lake Michigan, that 26 turns into minus 26,
Wow.
and your face freezes. And those pretty brown eyes that you have are going to be solid cement.
They're going to turn into...
They're going to be solid cement. They're going to be red
Oh,
brick,
no.
brown brick eyes, because their
Uh-oh.
eyes are going to freeze.
My goodness.
Yeah, and the water in your skin freezes.
I don't want that.
And the snot coming out of your nose freezes too.
It sounds so fun. I'm like, I can't wait.
Excuse me. There's a great Uber date. You set up this date with this nice looking guy or gal, right? And you met him in the summertime and everything was cool, right? And look, so you set up an Uber date, restaurant or whatever. You meet them there, and they walk in and they got snotsicles.
Oh no.
Frozen. Lee knows what I'm talking about because he lived
He's
there.
from Chicago,
yeah,
too.
And they got snotsicles. Excuse me, I know you're really happy to see me, but those green things hanging off in your nose have got to go. Thank you.
Why? It's a nice decoration. No?
I like this girl. That's right. That's right. That's it. She likes it the way it is, baby.
Yes, I actually had fun. I was shooting another film in Chicago. I was shooting a feature film in Chicago a few months ago.
All right.
I was shooting a shark movie, and
was it Sharknado?
everyone's asking.
Yeah,
me
is
that.
it like
wasn't
Sharknado 47?
No.
Oh my God, it's coming out of the skies.
Everyone's asking me if it's Sharknado.
Yeah.
No, it's not Sharknado. It's called Below.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So it's a real shark movie.
It's a real shark movie. It's a horror, of course.
Yes. Very popular.
I can't say anything because I don't want to spoil it.
Right,
but
no.
my character's pretty awesome.
Well, you're pretty awesome. Yes.
So, and now I'm going to Chicago again for another film, a different one that I start shooting in LA.
I just want to know: does the shark chop you in half like Jaws? Do you get eaten up?
Well,
I don't want you to get eaten up.
I don't want to say, but let's just
beat the shark up, will you?
probably because
Okay.
you were just saying I know Krav Maga
Yeah,
and I'm a tough. I don't think Would you think that I would die if I was under shark attack?
No, I don't think they'll kill you off in the film.
Yeah, I can't say, but
No, don't say. But you had a busy year, so you're going back to Chicago. Obviously, you're shooting a movie in the winter.
No, I'm shooting an interesting movie. I'm playing a character from 1930s.
Really?
A Jewish girl that lives in Ukraine.
No,
Under
a Jewish girl?
Yeah, so
I thought you were going to play an African American girl. who's
No.
Jewish and has a little Italian and Spanish in him and came from the planet satellite Jupiter.
Maybe.
Yeah, you know.
I mean,
really.
it's actually exciting because
Yeah.
it talks a lot about like the history, and it's like
So is it about Nazism? Is it about the Holocaust?
more like the Stalin.
Oh, so you're Russian Jewish.
So I'm a Russian, Ukrainian. Yeah, Ukrainian.
Oh, yeah.
So it's called First String,
Yeah.
and we shot some of it in LA, and now I'm going to Chicago, and gonna dress up at like 1930.
You know, Stalin was educated by the Jesuits, and the Jesuits of the Vatican, the Dark Pope, which created the Jesuit order in 1511, 1541 at the Council of Trent. And it was Stalin and both Hitler. They were educated as children by the Jesuits of the Catholic Church.
Really?
This is why Stalin and Hitler were never put on for war crimes. Hitler, of course, if you believe he died, or if you believe he lived, I tend to think that he lived.
Yeah, you do.
I do, to some degree.
Not anymore, though.
Oh, no, he's dead now. But Stalin was never arrested, and Hitler was never thrown out of the Catholic order. He was never, what do they call it, excommunicated. And so there's a lot of interesting things about Stalin. And it was the Jews who owned and created and ran the Vatican Bank,
Yeah.
the Rothschilds. And so all that was, in that time zone at the end of the 19th century and coming to the first part of the 20th century.
Yeah.
So there's a lot. That's going to be a cool
Yeah,
film
it's
for you.
gonna be interesting.
So you
Yeah.
you get a lead in there?
Yeah, it's a big role.
Nice.
So
Wow.
it's exciting.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna act with some known actors too.
Very cool.
I'm gonna meet Kevin Anderson there.
Oh, really? Kevin Anderson.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
He's in this film, and I was acting with some other known. I acted with Leslie Zemeckis.
Yes.
So
Oh, really?
She's in it. Too,
She's in it
so-
too. Oh, wow. You
Yeah,
got
so-
scenes with him?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's
Very cool.
exciting.
So you're getting busy. I mean, you've jumped on the scene. And
Yeah.
Has it been continuous work since you got
it's
here?
just work all the time.
You fit a
but
look. You have a great look.
I'm very ethnically ambiguous, so I can.
Yeah, you can go. You can
go
be
different roles.
North Dakota farm girl to a Ukrainian
Yeah.
spy, right?
Spy.
Yeah, right. Like
James Bond style.
Well, like the
Bond
Atomic Blonde. One of my favorite
Yeah,
movies.
Atomic Blonde.
Oh, she was so hot in
yeah,
that.
she was
Kicking butt, man. I loved her in that.
And like Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman, right.
It's like Gal Gadot. She's Israeli too.
Yeah.
So
Really?
yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
So I'm following her way.
Well, I just want to follow your way.
You just asked for
Yeah.
roles, so I really like all the superhero genre. And like Game of Thrones.
You like
Yeah,
action
Khaleesi.
films?
Like
Oh, really?
maybe I'll be the next Queen of Dragons. Who knows?
No. I could see you as a dragon queen.
A dragon queen.
Yeah. Yeah, especially a couple of pictures you got posted up. You're wearing some dragon-looking heels, man. Let me tell you, those things are like 9 feet tall. Those spike heels. That was a great photo. I don't know what film that was for. When you were on black latex or black with the high heels.
Oh yeah, I think I know what you're talking about.
What film was that for?
That was a film I did in Israel, and
Right.
it's called Crazy Ex, and it's like a samurai kind of. She comes to revenge because her exes started dating new women.
I'm telling you,
Yeah, so-
this is why she doesn't have a boyfriend, man. She's a tough ass woman here. You're getting lots
But
of.
very sensitive inside.
Oh, you're a sweetheart. You really are. I'm so happy to have had the opportunity to come out to your red carpet and your premiere, and I know we're gonna get a lot more of those because you are a creative person. And so, out of all the movies you've done so far, obviously the one you made is your favorite.
Yeah,
Okay,
I mean, it's hard to choose.
it hard to
I
choose?
guess because every day, every time you're doing a role, you put a lot of like love in it, like effort, and you learn the character and you develop it. So it's hard to say goodbye.
Right,
like once
right.
you're like, but there's still a part of this character in
It's
me.
always in you.
It's always
there.
in.
A lot of actors will tell you they never watch the complete film that they shot.
Really?
Very established and A-lister actors will say, I've never seen that film. It's the first time I've seen it 10 years later. Because they said, I gave it everything I had, and I left a piece there, and I have no reason to see it. And I found that to be odd in one sense, but I understand it. I can appreciate what they're saying.
I understand it too, but I like watching what I do so I can actually improve. And
It's like a demo. You're watching yourself. Oh, I'm going to try this.
I think that's how you kind of improve, and
faster.
You're like, okay, I did this choice this time, and I think it worked well. Maybe if I would change it like that for the next time I'm doing a similar role.
So, all in the day of a life of Meitar Paz. What is your day like when you get up in the morning and you go a typical day for you? What happens?
So my day is very film.
A busy day. Let's say it's a busy day. A
busy day. So first of all, I feel like there's a lot of emails that I have to take care of. I think all of us.
Yes.
So I open my computer. I'm like, uh-oh.
Right.
And then it's like all like film festival submissions and and then I'm happy because I figure out that we won some awards.
Right.
And so I have to take care of all of that. And then I have like all the LA casting, and I have to keep working and keep being busy. So I have to submit to different roles.
Right.
Usually I go to the gym to work out because I think that's part of the routine of being an actor.
You have to stay fit.
Yeah, you have to, it depends, I guess, what roles are you playing.
Right.
But for the roles I'm going more for, so
more
I think
action, more physical roles.
Yeah, so I think that's important. For Below, this shark movie I was talking about, it was all about being in the water and swimming and running away from sharks. So I had to like go to gym like every day and go to swim, and so I think it really depends on the type of role. But as an actor, I think it's important.
That's one of the cool things about being a working actor is when you get a part, you get to do so many different things.
Yeah.
And you get to learn so many different activities.
Exactly.
That stay with you for the rest of your life as a person.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what most people don't get to go through there, because they go to work and they go home and they go to work, so they don't get to learn the different activities that actors get. And that's kind of the fun part.
Yeah.
When I was doing a lot of that, that was always the fun part for me. So so now
so after the gym, of course I go home, I take a shower, all of that, and then probably then I have like or an audition or a self-tape that I have to. Or self-tape now. Actually,
are they doing more of that self-tape stuff?
They are now. I think self-tapes. I get more self-tapes. You just have to, prepare it, and I like it because I think the actor is more calm, and he has more time to like bring what he wants.
Right.
Like he can actually show his talent more and show a product that he's happy with.
Right.
Because when you go to the audition,
you got what you got.
It's also like it's a long line, and then you get like a half a minute to like show it, and sometimes it doesn't come.
And it takes you 4 hours to get there now because of LA traffic.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, but I love it. Every time I go to an audition, I'm still like happy. There are a lot of people sitting complaining all the time, like, why am I here? And I'm like, this is your job. This is part of it. So you have to like,
Yeah, it's like you're selling yourself. It's the sales. Hey, look say if you want anything in life, you have to sell. And whether you're selling water bottles or you're selling cars or houses or you're selling your product, which is you as an entertainer, you're selling your skill, your talent, what you do. Why would you be unhappy doing that?
One of my teachers, shout out to him, Derek. He always says the audition starts from the moment you leave the door, you leave the house. Yeah. Because people don't understand how much he just told us a story that a person he went to like in an elevator with a casting director.
And didn't know it.
And like for an audition.
Right.
And he didn't know that the casting director was at the elevator, and he was just complaining about
that's the wrong thing to do.
Complaining about the script and about the
Oh, boy.
and it just he lost the job.
In the elevator.
Just like that, because your audition starts, I think, way before the actual audition. I had the same, a similar experience when I saw someone else just complaining in an audition, and the casting director said, like, I'm crossing him off the list. We don't want to work with people.
When I was going out a lot, and actor from a mid-child all the way to I was about 30, where I was chasing it, going after it. At that time, there were two other fellas in town that I always ran into, Isai Morales and Tony Danza. And we always got called out on the same parts. At that time, there were more people, Caucasians, fair eyes, blue, gray, green eyes, blonde hair. That was the look of entertainment at that time, back in the 1980s and early 1990s. And so there were very few dark-haired, dark-eyed Latins. And I could play a lot of roles because I'm Italian, Spanish, and Scot and Irish. Okay, so I was whatever they wanted me to be. Oh, Mexican? No problem. All right, Italian?
No problema.
No problem, right? So, but the ones I always went up against was Tony Danza, who was a star already because he was just off of the 10-year Taxi run on Taxi, and Isai Morales, who was a terrifically trained Broadway actor, Puerto Rican guy from New York, and just a great actor, great training, great lineage. And it was me, Jesse T, doing what I do, right?
Yeah.
And I often lost a lot of roles to them for a lot of reasons, not because my read wasn't any good. So what I would do is I would go in there, and the first thing I'd say to the receptionist, because we didn't have any of the stuff that you have now to self-tape or anything. I'd go in there and I'd say, was Tony in yet? and if Tony wasn't in, I'd say, okay, good, I got a shot. I got a shot. Okay, I can give him my piece without Tony being in yet. Well, was Isai in? Isai Morales? Yeah. Oh. When did he come in? About 20 minutes ago, I think. Oh. God, I'm following in his footsteps. Right? And I would always want to be either first or dead last. I didn't want to be around them because, they had such great talent and great lineage that, I got my fair share of stuff, but not like they did.
You know what I think, though? That, like, I'm sure that you brought something different than what they brought.
I brought me. Jesse T.
Exactly. And no one can be you. No. So...
Lee, can anybody be me? No. Okay. I don't think he says that lovingly.
He's like, no.
No. Yeah, well, what can I tell
But I think that's what actually unique about actors, that a lot of people think it's a competition. And in a way it is, but in another way, we're different people. And I can play the role very different than what like how you would play the role.
Well, I don't know how I could wear a dress and high heels.
Maybe I'll cast you as the princess next time.
Look I'll shave my legs for you, okay?
Deal.
But only 4-inch high heels, not 6.
Okay.
Because I'll break my ankle.
That's fine.
And I don't want any short.
Yeah, I was actually pretty impressed with myself in the film, going with heels with this huge
big giant
princess dress.
You wore giant dresses.
Going down the stairs. I was like, I made it.
Let's show the poster off again here and let you talk about what's happening. So this is a film that's
and look at
growing.
That. Look at that.
Yeah, that's absolutely. It's got the same beautiful, and it's called And They Lived. And Armand Insante is calling us, the great actor Armand Insante. I can't take that call. That would be a good call. Armand's a great actor. Been around forever. Tony winner, Emmy winner, nominated Academy Award winner, nominated. I'll have to call him back in a second. But nevertheless here, and They Lived.
Yeah, Martin Gilly, also a great actor.
Yeah, terrific. I met him at the premiere.
Yeah, you met him.
And you had a lot of very recognizable faces working on the film.
Yeah.
And now it's going to be at the Culver City Film Festival. Started December 4th?
December 2nd, if I'm not mistaken. We still didn't get the date for our screening, but I'm going to post it online.
How do people find that? Instagram or Facebook?
Facebook, probably, but I try to post on both.
What's your Facebook site and your Instagram
My
site?
Facebook is Meitar, and last name is Paz, Meitar Paz. And Instagram's the same. It's just all connected together. Meitar Paz.
So you can check that out. And They Lived. Check it out. It's a terrific film. It really is. It takes you on a nice ride, and we're going to do something with this candy bar. I don't know. We're going to make some money here. This is like a cool idea. This is really cool idea. I like it. Meitar Paz, everybody, for coming into the Jesse T Show.
Me.
Love you. Thank you. Oh, man. What a wonderful, wonderful actress and talented writer, director, producer. She's got some big things coming up. Look for her. She's going to be big time.
If you don't see me soon, it's probably because I froze in Chicago.
Yeah,
right?
I think you're going to.
I was going to have those.
Yeah, there's going to be the Meitar statue all winter long. Look at all the loves you're getting, darling.
Thank you.
Look at all those loves.
Love for you,
loving you, baby. That's right. On the Jesse T Show, bringing you the best, of course, here all the time. The Brown Beauty is on duty, and we'll be out at the Skirball Center, Dan the Man and I, for a big charity event. We'll be broadcasting live on the Power of Voices and the Jesse T Show. Hey, we'll see you later, huh? The Brown Beauty's off duty. See ya! Yeah! Krav Maga!